Hey everyone, Jason Weckerly here. In today's video, we're going to talk about Rush's recent performance at the Juno Awards, which is the Canadian Music Awards. I'm not sure if anyone knew this performance was going to take place. I think it kind of shocked and surprised all of us. But Rush came right out of the gate performing like they always have, just with precision, with all the skill and everything that goes into performing Rush's music. And I was really impressed right from the start to hear Geddy and Alex kicking in with that guitar riff in the beginning. They performed Finding My Way, the very first Rush song on the first Rush album. And the original song was performed by the drummer John Rutsey, the original Rush drummer before Neil Peart replaced him. So I found it really interesting to see that they performed kind of a deep cut. I mean, it's not an unknown Rush song. It's a pretty popular song from their first album. But I was really taken back by the fact that instead of performing like Tom Sawyer, Limelight, Spirit of Radio, The Red Barchetta, 2112, or even Working Man from the first album, they took us right back to the very beginning, almost like a message to all of us that they're back again. It's a new beginning. And right out of the gate, I mean, Geddy Lee, his vocals sounded really strong. I mean, at first, when the song first started, he was kind of off key, kind of wailing a little bit, but it's not an easy song to perform. Finding My Way has some very high-pitched vocals. And I heard that Geddy Lee actually took vocal training recently, and I think it's really helped his voice a lot. He was sounding a lot better than he did even on the last tour 10 years back, the final tour with Neil Peart. And Geddy's voice sounded strong. His bass playing was right on the money. Alex Lifeson was playing as good as ever before. But my hat goes off to Anika Nilles because her drumming, spot on, just perfect. I'm really looking forward to seeing her perform in the upcoming tour that Rush is doing. I got my tickets for Chicago, and even though I never paid so much for a concert in my life, I never got to see Rush in concert, so it's a real treat for my wife and me to be able to finally go see them. And I'm hoping that they perform hell of a set list. I'd like to hear songs like Natural Science, Jacob's Ladder. I'd love to hear La Villa Stringato. Hemispheres would be cool, but that's an 18-minute song. I doubt they're going to play that. But because it's 2026, this marks the 50th anniversary of 2112. So I'm going to go out of my way and predict that they're probably going to perform 2112 in its entirety, if not the entire song, possibly the entire album. But who knows? I mean, rumor has it they've been practicing about 40 to 50 songs, and they're going to rotate the set list for every single show, giving concert goers or people that see them night after night a different set list, a different show. But the recent performance of Finding My Way, if the upcoming tour is anything like that, we're in for a treat, because Rush was playing as good as ever before. I was really shocked to see that they might have even been performing better now than they did 10 years ago on their final tour with Neil. So Finding My Way, being such an old song with such high-pitched vocals, I was really impressed that Geddy was able to pull it off. He was really just wailing his head off, just belting it out. You could tell that he was kind of controlling his voice more. His facial expressions were a little more animated, and I'm sure it's stuff that he learned in vocal training, like he has to open up his throat more, sing with his chest or his diaphragm, yada-da-da-da. I'm not a vocal expert, but I've seen enough vocal performance or vocal training and performances to know You got to sing from your diaphragm, not your throat. You have to give yourself enough breath in between words. And Geddy looked like he might have been struggling a little bit. I mean, he's in his 70s now, but I have not heard him hit those notes. I don't think any of us have heard him hit those notes in over 20 years. He was just wailing his head off. So it was really good to see that he was coming out of the gate just spot on with his vocals. There's a few little mishaps, but I'm not expecting him to sing those high-pitched vocals the way he used to when he was 20 years old. So it was really surprising to me that he was able to pull it off. His bass playing was killer as always. I'm not too sure what the keyboard player was really doing in the back. They're going to be having a keyboard player on tour with them. We're going to get to see Geddy perform on keyboard sometimes, probably during songs like Subdivision, stuff like that. Or maybe the solo on Tom Sawyer. But he wants to play bass a little bit more and concentrate on his vocals and his bass guitar playing on this coming tour, which is understandable. It's got to be hard being the vocalist, the bass player, the keyboardist, sometimes an additional guitarist. I mean, the guy plays it all. I mean, you can see right here on this poster, he's got a Rickenbacker double neck. It's a 6-string guitar and a 4-string bass. So he was always switching between guitar and bass, and I was really hoping to see him do it all on this upcoming tour, because, I mean, being someone that never got to see the original Rush, I wanted to see Geddy pull off all the tricks, but I'm sure we'll get enough of that in the upcoming tour. I'm looking forward to seeing what the keyboard player is going to do with some of the songs, because I think it was Alex was mentioning in a recent interview that they're going to kind of do a little bit something different with the songs with keyboards and keep it fresh and exciting for us, but it's still going to be very much in the vein of the original songs, which I would prefer. But I'm all for hearing Rush do something different with that music, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they do on the upcoming tour. But the recent performance at the Juno Awards really blew me away. I was really happy to see them having fun. Anika was tearing it up on the drums. No, just every single beat, fill, drum fill, everything was spot on. I have no doubt in her capabilities, her skills. I mean, if Neil was around today, I'm sure he would be just absolutely blown away by Anika. I think that they actually got to meet before, and he knew of Anika when he was still alive. But if he knew who was filling his shoes in the Rush, I think he'd be really proud, excited, happy with it. Because Neil, even if Neil was still alive, I'm not sure he wanted to tour anymore. He wasn't feeling like he was playing at his best capabilities as a drummer anymore. And he took his craft very seriously, his art. And I don't know if he would have been willing or even able to tour anymore in Rush. So I keep seeing people complaining all the time about, oh, there's a girl replacing Neil. Oh, this new drummer, blah, blah, blah. Just complaining. And I'm not sure what people want, because would you rather they not tour ever again? Would you rather not hear that music performed live ever again? Would you rather they not be happy doing what they love to do? I just don't understand people sometimes. So you guys, if you're a Rush fan, you should all be happy that this tour is going to happen. You should be happy that they found a drummer, male or female. It doesn't matter. I know there's a lot of misogyny, sexism when it comes to music and a lot of things in life. I mean, I just put out a fishing video over on my YouTube page, Weckerly Outdoors. It's a fishing outdoor page. And someone saw that my wife was fishing with me and catching a bunch of fish. And the idiot had to make a comment about her, for some reason, not being as dedicated as men are to fishing. And, oh, women catch more fish sometimes, but they're not even as dedicated. And I don't really understand where that comes from. And it happens in music too. You see a woman pick up a guitar, a bass, drums, and a lot of men just automatically think they're gonna suck, they're not gonna be any good. And there's a lot of female talent out there in music that's out of this world, amazing. And Anika Nilles is one of those women that proves to us men that she can do everything a man can do. And she can do everything Neil Peart can do, and maybe even more. Her skills are out of this world. I mean, just look up her videos, watch her drum solos. She's not going to have any problem playing Rush's music. Beat for beat, drum fill for drum fill. Just give her a chance. If you're a Rush fan, you don't have to go buy tickets, but don't sit there downing her right away like you even know her. I mean, if you haven't looked up her videos yet and you can't recognize the talent and even the charisma, she's an amazing person. And if you guys can't recognize that, it's your loss. I mean, she's going to knock it out of the ballpark on this upcoming tour. When she played Finding My Way at the Juno Awards, she pulled it off. There's no problems, no issues. I kind of wish they showed her a little bit more, because for like the first, I don't know, minute or two of the video, you barely got to see her. And then once the lights came on, you got to see her a little bit more. But I was really looking forward to really seeing her tear it up on the drums. But it is Geddy and Alex's band when all is said and done. And I was happy to see them performing, having a good time. The audience kind of looked like they didn't know who they were on stage. I don't know if they were just shocked or what the audience's problem was. I mean, I know Rush is an older band. They probably had a younger audience at this music show, this music award show. But the audience was a little underwhelming, if you ask me, when it comes to cheering for the band, everything like that. It almost seemed like when they did cheer, sometimes it was like staged. And I know a lot of these award shows, a lot of live performances on TV, there is a lot of hoopla that goes into whether or not people clap, go silent, applaud, cheer, whatever. But I'm not sure if they were shocked or if they were just like, who the hell is this on stage? Who are these old guys? But I'm glad to see that the Juno Awards celebrated Rush's career, gave him a chance to perform. It was a good way to start the upcoming tour and to give us all a taste of what's to come. Again, I was surprised they didn't perform something more well-known like Tom Sawyer or Limelight or something, but I was happy to see them go back to the beginning of their career and pull out Finding My Way as a song. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the first Rush album. I like a lot of the songs, but I got more into Rush with Caress of Steel, 2112, Farewell to Kings, Hemispheres, Permanent Waves, Moving Pictures, stuff like that. But I have a soft spot for the first album. Even the second album, Fly By Night, has some good tunes. But to me, they really took off on 2112. And from there on out, they were unstoppable. Every album was a gem. I mean, I didn't get into the 1980s keyboard-driven Rush as much. I was never really into like the new wave 80s sound, the electronic drums too much, stuff like that. But the older I get, I give those albums another chance now, and I find that I like a lot of the music I never used to like. So I'm kind of diving back into the 1980s, early 90s Rush lately, and there's a lot of great music there. But if I had to pick a time period for Rush, it'd be 1975 to 1982. They were just every album, every song, I just absolutely love. So I'm hoping to hear a lot of that older music. I'm sure we'll get some music from the later albums like Clockwork Angels and Test for Echo, stuff like that. But Snakes and Arrows, all that stuff. But I'm really hoping to hear a lot of the really progressive hard rock Rush, and well, there's not much more I can say. Rush is back again. Their performance at the Juno Awards was spot on. Anika Nilles knocked it out of the park, and I'm really excited for the upcoming tour. Not much more I can say, but if you guys like this video, subscribe to my page, hit the like button. I'll be doing album reviews, book reviews, documentary reviews, concert reviews. Sometimes I might add some vlogs onto this page from my vacations and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm trying to keep up with this page. I'm trying to keep up with a fishing outdoors page that I run full time. I have a job, I have to work, I have I have 3 jobs, so it's a lot of work trying to get videos out. So I hope you guys support the videos by subscribing, leaving comments, hitting the like button, and it gives me a reason to come back and keep doing these videos. If you guys haven't bought your tickets for the Rush tour yet, be sure you do that, because we don't know how much longer we have some of these older bands around on this planet. Once you're in your 70s, you're getting older and older. Your days are numbered, and so is your days touring. So it's really nice that Alex and Geddy and Anika are giving us this treat as Rush fans and going on tour. Tickets were out of this world pricey, but I figured if I never saw Rush, now is a time better than any. So got my tickets, gonna enjoy the show. I just wanted to give this review on their recent performance, tell you guys what I think. Take care, have a great week.